The end had come. Supplies were scarce. Yet here was a man, sipping an ice-cold cola and enjoying a variety of tasty snacks. The sky outside the window was suffocatingly oppressive. This dead metropolis was about to be battered by a typhoon. But inside, just beyond the walls, the man was cooking a delicious meal. The rich aroma of the broth filled the air. It was the most incongruous sight in this apocalypse. Spam, cheese, things dismissed as junk food in peacetime, were now the only antidote to despair. The whole city was rotting away. Only this pot of soup felt truly alive. Every bite was an act of extreme, luxurious defiance. The ultimate mockery of the end of the world. Then, a strange sound pierced the man's ears. It wasn't the noise of nature. It was something trying to breach his fortress. He put down his bowl and headed to the monitoring room. What he saw made his skin crawl. The first-floor corridor was still crammed with hundreds of zombies. To escape the midday UV rays, they filled every gap like sardines in a can. Their heads were bowed, as if in hibernation. But beneath this deathly stillness lurked a destructive force ready to erupt at any moment. For the man, however, this was the perfect biological minefield. The screen switched to the view from the 5th floor. Sure enough, 3 sneaky figures lurked outside his barred gate. They were neighbors. To avoid alerting the zombies downstairs, their feet were wrapped in thick cloth. The slightly chubby one was dripping some kind of liquid onto the man's door. White smoke rose from it, probably a strong acid. They were trying to melt the lock. Another held a hacksaw. He was clever, only daring to pull the saw blade when the wind howled outside the window. They were trying to gnaw through the man's steel defenses silently. They were like termites operating from a dark corner. The screen switched to the outer wall. Another figure was there, clinging like Spider-Man. He stared fixedly at the supplies in the man's room, his eyes filled with nothing but greed. After a difficult moment of mustering his courage, he fell. The loud crash was like buying a ticket for the show. Downstairs, the hungry audience was ready to begin their performance. From the abyss below came the sudden, countless roars of fiends. The dense, shuffling sound of footsteps surged upward. They wanted to run. They also wanted to pound on the door for help. The man thought they deserved a hand. He didn't go for his bow. Instead, he gently pressed the alarm button. A piercing shriek instantly exploded in the stairwell. The zombies rushed madly toward the 5th floor. The 3 intruders scrambled back into their own homes. Looking at the now empty corridor on the screen and the forgotten hacksaw on the ground, the man let go of the button. Seems noise works better than arrows. The screams of the Spider-Man were completely drowned out by the rolling thunder. The real storm had arrived. The world outside was now pure chaos. And this was the perfect opportunity for the man to clean house. The black garbage bags held the accumulated cat litter and waste from the past few days. In the split second a lightning bolt tore across the sky, the man tossed them from the balcony. The torrential rain instantly swallowed them up. This cataclysmic natural disaster was, at this moment, the man's perfect sanitation worker. Back inside, he twisted the red valve on his rainwater collection system. Warm water streamed over his skin. It washed away not just the exhaustion of the week, but also the gloom of the apocalypse. He changed into quick-dry clothes and sank deep into the soft sofa. Cradling a cup of hot tea, he listened to the violent storm raging outside the window. The contrast between the inside and outside worlds gave the man an almost obscene sense of security. It even created an illusion. As long as he stayed inside, disaster could never touch him. Until he casually glanced at his equipment cabinet.